All right, the light is horrible here. You can see every wrinkle on my face, but you know what? This is on my mind, and this is how videos are born on the parenting chapters. It's just Amber having a moment and getting inspired to say something. And I'm going to say something on here that I don't think a lot of parents are going to like, but you need to hear this, okay? Your children are not responsible for your emotions. I hear parents express in mentoring sessions or even just in regular conversation, my kid did this and it made me really mad. And I told them, don't do that because it makes me mad. That is not a principle to operate on in rearing kids. Your children are going to be adults one day, and your kids are not always going to be with you. And if you teach them to navigate the world around them based on people's emotions, you are seriously setting them up for failure. They can't do that because they can't determine accurately, no one can, what emotions people are having or what's going to make them upset or not. Kids need principles. They need hardcore, serious, down the line principles to operate from so that they can navigate, just like you and I need lines on the road. Who would want to go drive out on the streets if it was just a hodgepodge, random, do whatever you want based on whatever the people around you are doing, and there's no way to communicate? Maybe people signal, maybe they don't. Red doesn't mean stop, green doesn't mean go. You know, what does the guy next to you want from you? It's too crazy. So think about, pay attention to the verbiage, the language, the communication that you are sending and engaging with your child. From the time that they're young until they're even adults. I still hear adult parents say this too. Well, if you do that, I'm going to really be mad at you. Well, I understand that you're trying to teach emotions, and that is important. It is important for people to understand that they do have a level of responsibility to be aware that their actions can create emotions inside of people that maybe they don't want to create. You can't have them make those decisions in their life based on threats that mommy's going to be mad at you now or daddy's going to be upset at you. So if you're not sure what to say, let me just give you 2 tips. 1, have conversations with your kids when you're not emotional. So I have a son who doesn't know I'm going to post this, but I have a son that likes to borrow my car, and oftentimes when he gets back, there's less gas in it and there is trash, whether it's from straws that him and his friends used or the little tabs on the outside of his paychecks. And he'll rip it off and he'll throw the trash on the floor and then he'll go deposit his check. So if I were to FaceTime him, call him, or instigate any communication when I get in the car and I see that trash, and sometimes I use that car to move people around. People pay me to drive them around in that big car sometimes. And I have to call him right then. It's not going to be a good conversation. I'm going to be coming from a place of feeling that he's taking advantage of me or that he's not appreciative of what I'm giving him. And I'm going to say things I will probably regret or would have reworded later had I thought about it. So take time when your child has done something that has caused you to feel anything under the category of negative emotions. Take time to think about first why you're upset. Why am I feeling this way right now about what my child has done? Ask yourself first, why do I feel this way? Sometimes just in asking that question, you're going to find that you have some issues you need to work out and your kid has nothing to do with it. Now, in the situation like the one I just shared, where very much there's an opportunity to teach him to be responsible for the things that he's been given, to be appreciative. Wait until you're having a moment with him that's positive. Wait until maybe he comes in and says, hey, I want to talk to you. That's when I'm able to reach my son. I listen, I express gratitude for the things that he does, and I say, hey, can we just chat real quick about you in the car? Where are you at? Sometimes I'll even ask him first, where are you at right now? Like, we'll call him, I need to have one of those talks with my adult kids. And what that means is there's something that's come up that I need to discuss with them, but I don't want it to get dramatic and I don't want it to get contentious. And so you need to establish a bridge where you can cross and your kid can cross as they get older, because you're going to have to continue to have conversations with them, and it's not going to look the same as when they were children. So practicing this when they're kids, oh my gosh, you're going to have the best bridge. when they get older, and it'll be super easy to communicate back and forth and be able to resolve things, because so many of the problems that come up in my mentoring sessions could have been avoided a long, long, long time ago if the parents had built that bridge. But parents don't know how to communicate. I need you to return the laundry basket when you're done. They don't know how to say that. And so it stews and stews that their adult child is maybe keeping the laundry basket in the room, and they don't know how to say, hey, can we just chit chat and get this out of the way? It also allows your child to communicate back to you things that you're doing, which is super helpful, because families need to be strong. And when there are wedges between us, if they're not resolved, they tend to grow, and that only weakens families. So if you liked this, if this was a good tip, thumbs up. Enjoy your rest of your day.